So the post and pray methodology is something that really isn't extremely effective, even though it's being used constantly.
We had a client spending $50,000 a month on job ads.
Yeah, $50,000 or sometimes more to spend on different job ads is not that uncommon.
I really think that that's probably more common than people realize. A lot of times people just go with whatever they think is the easiest or what they're most used to, and it's not always going to be the most effective way to find the right person for your job.
I think recruiters post and pray because that's how you were just taught to do it when you start out in recruiting. That's one of the first things you learn is when you have an open job, you put it on your social media, whether that be Facebook or LinkedIn, or if the company you're working for has a subscription to a job site, that's the first thing you do is just hurry up and put the job description on there and see who applies.
Some of the challenges with post and pray are, again, the job descriptions, the job postings aren't really written in a way to entice and attract the quote passive individuals to an organization. They're very mundane. It's all about the skills required to do the job. So one thing you could do there is you can really adjust those postings, those job descriptions, talk more about the mission of the company, talk about where you are, where you're going, get people excited about joining your organization versus just hoping they come find you.
Direct contact with people is always going to be the best way to get a response. Whether it be a negative or a positive one, at least you'll know their interest level. But there are so many tools available outside of LinkedIn to find and verify contact info that lets you reach out to these people directly, whether it be a work or a personal email or even a phone number. I mean, texting is very popular. Getting to people directly like that as opposed to just hoping they find your post and reach out to you is always going to be, it's always better to be more proactive about this stuff.
And the other thing that's really, really important about post and pray is you're really only tapping into a percentage of the viable talent that could actually be qualified and join your organization. So you should really look at things differently.
One of the alternatives that is very simple that recruiters can do differently besides post and pray would be to really dig into the market and maybe select 10 or 20 candidates that you really feel are hitting the mark and send direct messaging. So when I say direct messaging, if you're using a platform, really tailor that message to fit that person in order to get a higher response rate. So it's more concentrated and you're not going to get bad applicants.
Doing a lot of work recently in the technology field, looking for engineers and things of that nature. These people have jobs they're happy with. They're not looking, they're not seeing these job postings, and they're used to people reaching out to them all the time. So you got to break through the clutter. You got to do that personal messaging. You got to send them a direct email. You got to try and reach out to them via phone, something to make yourself stand out, and just posting and hoping that maybe someone who has a job they're happy with is going to see it and decide to read it. That's not going to be enough these days for someone in that industry.
Qualigens is optimized to find, engage, and help you retain the best talent for your organization.
We've been doing it for 20 plus years. It's what we specialize in. We're the experts in this field.
Right people, right roles.
Our mission is to put people at the center of every business.
Because when you know and grow your people,
their performance follows.
So let us take that off your hands. Let us do that work for you so you can concentrate on talking to the clients and doing what you do best and take some of the stress of finding the right people off your hands.